There are way too many guides instructing people how to be good at League of Legends. Today, I want to show you guys down a darker road of how to be hard stuck in League of Legends. I want to show you how to be the opposite of good. If you follow these rules I have written out for you today, you are almost guaranteed to make sure you can stay hard stuck for as long as possible. You can stay at the same rank for as long as possible, and we will not get value from playing League of Legends. Rule 1. Play as many champions as possible. Play whatever you think sounds most fun in the moment. You can disregard meta. You can disregard what you think are the best items at the time or the best champions. Play whatever you come up with and you want to play. How is it worth playing if you didn't create what you think it is? How can you really master something if you didn't facilitate it? So play what you come up with and make sure you change it often. As soon as you start to feel comfortable on the champion, make sure you switch. We really want to avoid getting burnt out. Getting burnt out on a champion is the worst possible thing that could happen. So to combat this, play as many champions as possible. Rule 2, seek out others' flaws. Make sure that you're hypercritical of everybody else's gameplay. Watch your jungler mess up his clear. Watch your jungler miss a gank opportunity. Watch your top laner mess up the matchup. Watch your support not take up as much space as she should. Watch your ADC miss auto attacks. Watch your mid laner get out roamed. Watch all of the mistakes your teammates do and take a note of them. Make sure you're paying hyper attention to everybody else. Your teammates are the majority of your team. You are only 1/5 of your team. You're only 20% of your team. So try not to notice your own mistakes. And if you do, make sure you downplay them. Again, you're a small part of your team, so your mistakes don't matter as much as everybody else's. Over time, this will cultivate the perfect victim mentality. And this victim mentality will blind you from seeing your own mistakes and improving. And this will make sure that our plateau lasts as long as possible. Rule number 3. This goes on from our last rule, assume a teaching role. When you see these mistakes, make sure you point them out. Now, this may cost time and energy in the moment because you're going to have to stop and type about a situation. You're going to have to stop from solving the current problem and saying, hey, jungler, you shouldn't do this. Hey, top laner, you're bad for doing this. Hey, bot lane, you guys are misperforming and underplaying. This may cost you time in the moment, but everybody else will come out ahead in the long run. You will improve your analytical ability. They will improve their gameplay. Sometimes teaching the hard way is important. Words don't always get the message across. Sometimes we have to teach people the really hard way. One loss may be forgiven, but the lesson will remain forever. Sometimes we may have to do the hard thing of inting a teammate or of holding hostage a game and really making sure they understand the lessons that will help everybody improve in the long run. Rule number 4, spam as many games as possible. Now, we only have a limited amount of time. We want to make sure we use that time playing. Don't waste time reviewing or watching others. Watching other people, they're in a different situation. They have different teammates, which we already decided our teammates are underperforming. So what they're doing in their situation won't help us with our bad teammates. Don't waste time on other hobbies or responsibilities. Don't play other things. Don't play other games. We don't have time for that. Playing other games, getting that other perspective, again, will not help us. That foreign perspective won't help us in League of Legends. Do not take breaks. We do not have time for breaks. Breaks may broaden your perspective, and this is how people will try to lead you off of this road. But to stay on the road of being hard stuck, we cannot take breaks. We must keep playing. Even if we feel like we're not making progress, that will pass. Bash your head against the wall of solo queue and never take time to yourself. Riot is a company that profits off of game time. They are monetarily incentivized to reward you for playing. So play as much as possible, bash your head against solo queue, and wait for the almighty algorithm to give us what we so want, that juicy LP. Rule number 5. This last rule is a gameplay rule. Play around your teammate that is weakest and most behind. This one makes the most sense. League of Legends is a team game, right? So for our team to do well, you're only as strong as your weakest team member. You need to make sure your weak team members are getting all of the resources. Our 0-5 Kale, we need to spend all of our time making sure she's not 0-6 so that she can scale and carry us. Our bot lane, our ADC that's feeding really hard, we need to make sure that she doesn't die on her tower again so that we as a team can be more ahead later. The people who are behind need the most help. And since it's a team game, the people who are behind, we need to help. Be their saving hand. These are 5 rules to ensure you stay hard stuck. This video was a satirical video, kind of poking some fun at these common narratives. These narratives are toxic and are damaging towards our improvement. So I kind of draw them out in a different light, right? Instead of saying these are bad, I say these are good. If you want to stay hard stuck, it's good to understand that perspective. So it's really important to understand if you guys do want to climb, take a look at your own games and make sure we're not performing or acting in some of these ways. I hope you guys learned something from this one. Comment your least favorite narrative at this point in the video. My least favorite thing that people do is when they complain about their teammates. It's so annoying and it's not worth wasting your time ranting about the inters. So comment your least favorite narrative. I appreciate you guys making it to this video. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.